you all for joining us today for this very special occasion. As Fire Chief, it is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you as we dedicate this plaque in honor of Victoria Gustafson. An extraordinary story of survival, one that truly underscores the importance of the work we do as first responders and the life-saving impact of having AEDs readily available in our community. I'd like to recognize our guests of honor, along with our mayor, council members, and city staff. If I may have Victoria Gustafson, please raise your hand. Thank you for being here. Incredible story, everyone. And your friends and family members here. Our honorable mayor and city council members. Our city manager, Daryl George. And your El Segundo firefighters right behind me. And our city directors and staff behind me as well. I'd like to now invite our mayor, Drew Boyles, to say a few words.
Thank you, Chief. And I was just talking to Victoria. What an incredible story. I'm so deeply moved to stand here today to dedicate this AED site. But Victoria's story is not that unique, actually. We're just talking about her health history and sharing what we both have in common in terms of family heart challenges. And hopefully you're okay with me sharing some of this, because given what we just talked about. But just weeks before this event, where she had the heart event, she had gone through a full diagnostic and was cleared. Her heart was fine. So it just goes to show you that an AED is critical because, excuse me, there was no way to anticipate this potential problem. She actually ended up having an electrical problem with her heart and had gone through all of the diagnostics and batteries, which I highly recommend. By the way, Little Company of Mary does a healthy heart screening. Last I did it was $250. You actually walk out of there with your results about your heart. So little plug, and I know that Victoria is also very passionate about spreading the word about the AEDs. My colleague, Councilmember Perstick, had a great idea, something that London's done in terms of, using the phone booths in London that are so widely known and maybe converting those to AEDs. Maybe there's an opportunity for us to do something like that in El Segundo. Victoria was playing pickleball right here on April 9th of this year and suffered a major heart attack where her heart actually stopped beating and she wasn't breathing at all. Her playing partners quickly called 911. Are they here today?
Right there.
I mean, called 911. Let's give her a big round of applause. And then proceeded to give her CPR, which is amazing. I imagine that was incredibly stressful. So congratulations and thank you. When the El Segundo firefighter paramedics arrived, they shocked her heart using a cardiac defibrillator, which, Chief, is pretty much the same technology as an AED, correct?
Yeah.
More or less, yes. There are over 800,000 people who suffer a heart attack each year in the United States. And because of the quick CPR actions of her playing partners and the El Segundo Fire Department's speedy response, we're here today to recognize a beautiful life saved. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to our first responders. Let's give them a round of applause, El Segundo's finest. And Victoria's playing partners whose swift actions and expertise were instrumental in saving Victoria's life. Also, thank you to everyone involved in ensuring that AEDs are part of our public safety infrastructure. So let's again give a great big round of applause to Victoria, her playing partners, and the El Segundo firefighters. All right, next up, I'd like to invite my fellow council member, Carol Perstuck. Let's give her a round of applause.
Good morning, everybody. It truly is an honor here to stand before you today as we dedicate this AED to Victoria Gustafson. This idea of this dedication came from a simple yet powerful thought. How can we as a community celebrate Victoria's incredible survival story and the profound impact one moment, one device, one community came together to save a life? Today, the dedication is the answer to that question. This plaque and AED represent our commitment as a city to protect every member of our community to be ready when the unexpected happens. And to stay true to our words, we currently have 10 AEDs throughout the city. And myself, along with Chief Avery and Battalion Chief Alan Lee, Ali, sorry, drove around town, looked at all the local places, all the places that we could identify additional AEDs, and I believe we're bringing an additional 10. We actually have currently 15, and we're adding an additional 10 AEDs, and then we will continue to add AEDs in locations as we see if there's necessary. Because our commitment is to ensure that the small cost of $2,000 for an AED to save a life is well worth it. So you'll be seeing them around. We'll be publishing that information, putting a map on our website, and to let everybody know. And thanks to the fire chief and his team for making that happen. Victoria, your strength and resilience are an inspiration to all of us and remind us how to protect precious life is. Thank you to my fellow council members, Chief Avery, and our first responders, and the city staff for helping bring this dedication to life. Lives can be saved, not by chance, but intentional choices we make to equip our public services, our public spaces with the tools we need in critical moments like Victoria's. And now let's hear for from our first responders and our battalion chief, Chief Ryan Ali.
Thank you. I'll make this brief. I know it's hot out here. My name is Ryan Ali. I'm the Chief Officer for the El Segundo Fire Department. I'm also the B Platoon Battalion Chief. This particular medical rescue is close to my heart because this was my crew. This was on my shift, and I run the emergency medical services for our department. So to be here today is real special for all of us, actually. People often ask first responders, what's the best part of your job? And I could tell everybody here, it's resoundingly this right here, being able to meet a survivor of somebody that you went on and impact to their family, meet the family members. And it's humbling, it's amazing, and we get to do it today. I'm happy to say we actually have the 2 fire paramedics and the firefighter that were with Victoria the entire time, and she has not yet had a chance to meet them. I'd like to bring them up. First is homegrown, born and raised in El Segundo, Khalid Abdelshif, a fire paramedic. You can come on up here. And actually, I'm gonna... Come on up here, please. Thanks. Second, we have fire paramedic Chase Long. And lastly, firefighter Ryan Frazetta. He's in paramedic school right now. Ryan is in paramedic school with our department. And with that being said, I'd like to introduce Victoria Gustafson for a few words.
Well, I am overcome with gratitude to be here and to meet everyone and to be celebrated, but more importantly, to have an AED on this pickleball court for the future. And is huge. And I so look forward to encouraging more and more people to get CPR certified and AED certified and helping to do the outstanding thing that you are all doing here in the city of El Segundo. I want to continue this within the whole South Bay community. And I just want to be able to pay this forward because I was surrounded by angels. It was not my time to go. And it's, what do I want to do with the next chapter of my life? And I just want to be there in the event that something like this happens to someone else. And I want to be able to step in and act as quickly as my dear pickleball friends and this incredible staff. All these handsome men in blue. But in particular, you gentlemen that were there. And I just have to say one thing is you do owe me a new pair of Lululemon leggings. It was my brand new pair. You cut them off me. But life is good. Life is short. And I think the biggest lesson that I learned is in this is 90% of the things that we all tend to worry about don't come to happen. It's the 10% of things that we can't anticipate that really rock our worlds. And so I'm just trying to stay as present as I can and live life fully and just play pickleball. So thank you so much for this and for everyone's dedication and commitment and for your service. And I hope that this inspires you guys to know that you've saved a life, because I know there are many times that is not the ending. And I also, probably when you're dropping people off the hospital, you don't know what happens, right? So I just want you to know that I am inspired. Keep doing the work that you're doing, because it takes a special man, woman, person to do what you do in those kinds of situations. And I and my family and my loved ones will be forever grateful. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, everyone.
Now I'd like to invite Victoria, her friends and family, our mayor, city council, and first responders to unveil the plaque. So that's right behind us. Victoria, this plaque serves as a permanent reminder of your inspiring story and the importance of each second in an emergency and the critical role that AEDs play in our community, giving those seconds back to us as first responders. For those of you that are interested in learning CPR and the use of an AED, our fire department, El Segundo Fire Department, has regular free certification classes. And I do have to mention, after Victoria Gustafson came out of the hospital, she attended our Super Saturday CPR and got certified herself. Thank you for doing that. Incredible inspiration to all of us. Thank you.